Today, social media such as Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram have become primary sources of information. They are equally possible vehicles for fake news and disinformation. During a crisis like the COVID-19 pandemic, how should social media be mastered and employed in a responsible way? HEC Paris Professor of Marketing, Christine De Valk, explains.
One key lens through which we can analyze this role of social media is the purposes for which they are used. Broadly, there are two opposing logics. Companies can use social media for commercial purposes or for communal purposes. In other words, companies use social media to brand, sell, or market their business, which is very close to traditional marketing efforts using mass media. Versus, they can use social media to connect with and co-create with customers, and even more importantly, to provide a platform to customers to bond together. You can see this as the distinction between using social media to talk to your customers, that would be more the commercial logic, versus using social media to talk with your customers and have them talk to each other through your brand, which would be more the communal logic. For individuals, the same X translates into using social media to self-present. That can turn into the very narcissistic self-exposure that we sometimes see on social media, versus using social media to connect with friends, family, and like-minded others for socialization and emotional support. This crisis highlights the particular strengths of social media and how they can be used for the second type of purpose, that is, community and social support. Just like we have seen with other crises, such as the earthquake and the following tsunami that caused the nuclear disaster in Japan in 2011, the terrorists' attacks in Paris and elsewhere in Europe over the past years, we see today that people all over the world reach out to each other, close by and far away, through social media to make sense of what is happening. I'm thinking of the many funny videos about how people creatively deal with the lockdown and confinement, of the neighborhood Facebook groups that organize entertainment and practical support to help neighbors who need assistance with grocery shopping and childcare. And I'm thinking of the quick rise of apps and functionalities that allow for live chat and video sessions with multiple people. This is social media in its core, and this is social media at its best. People turn to social media not only for support and entertainment, but they also use it as a source of information. And this is where we need to warn for the dark side of social media and its role in spreading fake news. Platforms have been slow in acknowledging their responsibility in helping platform users distinguish fake news from facts, but they're taking steps in the right direction. Instagram, for example, announced to only include COVID-19 related posts and stories in the recommendation section that are published by official health organizations. In general, my advice is to cross-check information that you get through social media with at least two other information sources, such as government websites and high-quality news outlets. We also have a role to play by not further spreading rumors through our social media accounts. How should marketers adopt their social media strategies in this extraordinary time? It's a tricky question. Marketers should relate their social media contributions to the real-time context. So at the start of this crisis, I kept receiving long before planned brand posts that did not refer at all to the situation, and thus these seemed misplaced. At the same time, trying to leverage a sanitary crisis for branding purposes in your social media posts can quickly be perceived as distasteful. The best examples I have seen come from companies that offer free resources to their customers to face the crisis. For example, a lot of academic publishers have made online content available for free to support teachers and students worldwide with distance learning. Instead of self-glorifying social media brand posts, brands will be forced to embrace the communal logic of social media during the COVID-19 crisis. More than ever, social media posts should be user and not producer-centric. Brands that will be able to deliver messages and engage in conversations that are considered valuable because they provide helpful information, relevant advice, or that simply make us laugh, they will come out of the crisis stronger.